You don't just break up overnight, an argument happens, never violence. She can never tell you that, but indifference, which is worse sometimes. Both things are true. There was a lack of dialogue and it wasn't her fault or mine. It was both of us who didn't dare to address the issue, discuss it, talk about it.
What a strong word Mateyko chose. Let's see, Naanim, he says, indifference. Yes, I agree with him. I mean, it was like when he was away. All that somehow wore us down. It separated us. It didn't make us grow differently. Of course. Well, that wears us down. It wears us down a lot, and undoubtedly we parted on good terms. It's a way of saying, 1 second, please. Well, we hear you. Yes, it's a way of saying, let's say, but there were surely words if you're. Occasionally there can be really ugly things I can't remember anymore. I've erased them from my life. I've tried to get them out because they hurt me, and right now I only have beautiful memories. What a beautiful response. Now.
All that time I lived through still calls to mind, yes. Daniel, it calls to mind that Juan Alberto, and I'll repeat what I said before, a person who knows how to handle the media, as you said, who knows how to handle words, who said and had to clarify that there were arguments, that there were some situations of violence, never physical, never questioned. Why does he have to clarify it? No. Well, I know. Why did he want to clarify it? I don't know, but I mean, there were arguments. You can take something he said to you, something he did to you, or something to you as violent, but
those are the ones that hurt you and you wanted to erase. A normal couple that was there. What? Those are the ones that hurt you and you wanted to erase, that you said, there is a part. If those moments are the ones that hurt you and you wanted to erase. Quote, yes. The violence.
And it could be, but I will never forget and I will never want to erase this, that we were already talking about divorce when I found out that I was sick, and it was 5 years of treatment and Juan was by my side. Emotion for a second. There, let's not get lost because she is completely overcome with emotion.
Let's respect. She is talking about a moment in her life that was clearly a turning point where, despite the fact that she had separated from Juan Alberto, she goes through the illness and somehow they continue to be with each other. Mateyko is still by your side. That seems to me to unite you with a love for him forever, or not, or is it my feeling? It is that, as I believe. I do not know if Magalari or he said it. Despite everything, we are family. Of course. Even though we are not together, we are family. We've been through a lot, some beautiful, really beautiful, with the kids, alone, traveling. We've experienced wonderful things, and in a difficult moment like that, he was there. Naanim.
He was there and protecting the kids, and for
me, that makes me forget the differences that we could have had in, I don't know, day-to-day life. Sure, because, well, it's been 20 years, we were together for more than 20 years, a lot. And how these statements affect Daniel, your partner today. Hear this from Mateyko today, who says, I feel like he doesn't take care of her, that he doesn't respect her the way he should have. I say, how does he like her? I'll be honest with you. I don't know. But you know him. You've been together for 11 years. Well, but no, I never put him on. When the other day Chronicle came in, the red sign said Naanim goes with Mateyko. Daniel leaves him, and he was like
saying, what happened?
What happened? And how does your daughter get along with Daniel? Quote, because it seems like the one who tells Juan Alberto things is your daughter. Well, let's see. Oh, Carmela, I love my daughter with all my soul.
My daughter has her father's personality.
Many things. So, we have to do as she says, because it's the best way, because it's the best way, because she has it clear. And well, I spoiled them a lot, I indulged them a lot, I take responsibility. And well, Daniel comes from a completely different family and sometimes they clash a little.
There it goes.
And what do they clash on? They clash a little, but that doesn't mean what they clash on. And I don't know. Let me tell you an anecdote. When we went to Spain to visit her, Rosita told him, well, I'll use the GPS. No, he didn't tell her. I'll use my phone. It's silly. No, but I'll use it, Rosita tells him. No, I'm not going to use my phone. Well, she said, it fell. No, she didn't continue. When we returned from Spain, she got an impressive phone bill that made her want to kill herself. This is real, Daniel to Daniel, and Rosita tells me, that's why I insisted so much that she use my phone, but she didn't want to. Quote, this is silly, but it's one of those things where you have to see who's right.
Who has the strongest character? Well, an adult can't compete with a couple's child. Nim, I think, beyond the fact that each person creates their relationship with the codes they can best and in the most loving way, when you get into a relationship with a person, woman or man, who has children from another relationship, well, you have to, oil, let's say, the mechanisms of coexistence, of diplomacy, right? Be flexible. Well, maybe I'm going to have to buy a can of oil or some W40 this weekend.
Sure, and he doesn't get jealous, because, just
in case he doesn't.
Get jealous if your ex comes to say that you're beautiful, that when he sees you, he thinks you're pretty, because in a way he's also your ex-partner. Daniel must be somewhat jealous. Well, you know him. He's very gallant and he's always had words like that you're beautiful, that never, ever, at most he could have told me, well, maybe something looks better on you, but for him I was always perfection and beauty in his eyes. Beyond that, beyond what we just heard, right? That he said she was beautiful, that anime was divine. There's something much stronger that Mateyko said in this article, and she says that Naanim was the love of her life, that she is the love of her life. How will Daniel take that? Look, let's see it because, let's see. I'll tell you in words, but let's see it, Naanim, come on, let's see it. Well, girl.
I met her a long time ago, but every time I wanted to get close to her, she was in a relationship. In 1985, I went to see Naanim and the whole group, who were fantastic, and I did an interview with her in a small phone booth. I mean, she was right next to me and I wanted to tell her something, but it seemed out of place. How pretty. And those eyes and this and that. And we talked about the work of this, but it was this distance. But there, the look that was mine towards her. She didn't look at me with that much depth. I did, and what do you think, for example, made you fall in love with her, beyond her beauty?
Everything.
Everything. She was the love of your life. She was the love of my life. She gave me 2 wonderful children from afar. One day she said, I can't keep up with you. I want to dedicate myself to raising our children. Quote. She decided, for example, to suspend the professional growth she had been having or in some way relegated that continuity for the love of you, for building a family, for the couple. What do you think? Both things. The thing is, not everything lasts forever. I mean, the first part is wonderful. We made the decision one day to go to the radio station, since we didn't have the possibility of having a weekend house. I stopped doing Saturdays and Sundays to do Mondays through Fridays, and I had a pending task and I told her about it and she said, yes. And I liked the idea of leaving the apartment and moving to the country, and that's how it was. Well, I made a mistake. She's not responsible. What's more, she was very cautious about tearing down the entire house and building a house 30 years down the road. I went a little overboard. A little too much. Well, anyway, I enjoyed the house, I enjoyed my children.
Well, there it is. So, you were clearly the love of her life, Naanim. It's very clear. He was also the love of your life. I didn't have children before because I didn't want to.
How?
If he was the love of your life. Yes, he was the father I chose for my children.
Yes, yes. Undoubtedly, undoubtedly. I don't know if you would have been able to start a family with someone else.
Before, well, the family does. Say that you were always dating. He wanted to have access to you and you were always dating. You had many marriage proposals and requests for a weapon.
The last one was Daniel. You left Daniel for Juan Alberto. That's why she doesn't
Want him. Wait, let's see.
You left Daniel for Juan Alberto.
Right? If he says they were together when they were 17. A lot of water went under the bridge after that. Sure.
Well, a friend of mine, Daniel, is telling me the same thing. They tell me, he's a godsend. This guy, because he listens to our comments on the air and it seems like there's a good guy and a bad guy. Quote, but there's an accomplice here. There's an accomplice here that Naanim knows who he is. And it's not the couple's daughter, it's your son who 2 weekends ago told you, I'll take you to Chronica TV. And a car showed up and your ex-husband was in the car. Why? Why does your son want to be the matchmaker for this reunion between Juan Alberto and you?
She blushed. Yes. Well, my son still lives with me, which makes me very happy. Yes. I mean the man who lives with me because he's already a man. He's 28 years old. We share an apartment.
And he usually takes me to Chronica, so he told me, no, I can't take you and I don't know what else. And on the way, his father told him, no, let's take her. And yes, they both showed up here. It really caught my attention because they were almost together. Why?
Yes, I don't think they were looking for anything. Juan would make a joke on me and Juan Bautista too, because my son is a bum. You guys share an anum with Juan Alberto. You share other spaces. You see each other often. Birthdays, family events, you have coffee or... Maybe it's just coffee, but no, we don't share. We count, but I don't.
No, now.
But years ago, you said. When it was the house thing, that's when we saw each other again. It had been a long time since they had seen each other. Yes, it had been a while. And they made a ring and things happened when they saw each other again. The ring from... What? The ring is from his mother. Oh, the ring from his mother. He used the ring with his mother's ring. And what do you think about the statements you're hearing from Juan? I don't find them endearing to me. They seem endearing to me because, despite everything and after everything that happened over so many years, because it really was many years, I find it endearing that he still reacts to something that he considers wrong. There's
also something that didn't make sense to me, Naanim, because Juan Alberto talks about a common agreement, about distancing themselves, about not being indifferent to each other and making a decision at some point. But for there to be anger later, someone had to make the decision first. You said that's it. I have to end it. Look, as you rightly said, these things don't happen in a day. He traveled a lot, I suggested this, he suggested it and in a moment. Well, let's see. Who's going to talk about the elephant in the living room? No, because.
That's more or less how it was, and one day we started talking about it seriously.
But who started it? Did you start?
After that day? It's.
Usually, I don't mean culturally, women who put it into words and say, hey, this isn't working out, quote.
Yes. And in a way, yes. Yes.
But.
Yes. Oh, Nan. Well, we were talking about it. Naanim, I'd love to keep chatting with you, but we know we have to free you. Because you have an activity, but wait, because we're just messing around. Let's see. Daniel Ambrosino's phone number. It's going to
stay in suspense. It's going to stay in suspense. I just wrote to Juan Alberto, who I love very much and must surely be watching us. And I ask him, I'm going to ask you a question. He's
very dear. He's
very dear, and I know he loves me very much too.
Oh, him. What do you say? That's how it is, guys. Go away. Go away. Oh, God. I'm fed up. Listen.
I ask him a direct question with an indiscreet question. Are you still in love with Naanim?
Yes. Daniel asks Juan Alberto, are you still asking a question? He says, are you still in love with Nan? Quote, oh.
And he answers with a hello, Donnie. He read it, so.
What? And hangs up. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't.
Tell me no. He doesn't tell me no.
No. There, wait. There he is online. He's
back online. He's writing. He's
writing. I'm siding with Daniel. It's ugly that he ruins her ranch when they've been a couple for 11 years. I'm sorry for Daniel. I don't know him. He must be divine. But hey, everything is fine with Donnie. Unforgettable. How spectacular. Are you saying it or am I saying it? No, it wouldn't sound any nicer when you say it. I'm excited about the answer. Let's see. He says, I was still in love with Naanim, and what he says is, she's beautiful. Quote. Oh, how nice.
Guys. That door, no. That door didn't close. It's a revolving door.
That door didn't close, guys.
And both of their husbands are rich.
I loved it.
Guys. Can you imagine tomorrow, having the fortune of having Nanamiko and Mateyko in this studio? I would love it. It would be a dream. It would be a dream. He's a gentleman. Yes, he's a gentleman. A person like that who talks about the mother of his children and who speaks with so much respect. He's a gentleman through and through. A gentleman. Yes, he's beautiful. The truth is that it's nothing against Daniel, huh? We love Daniel. He's been dating Naanim for 11 years. No, poor thing. Of course. Yes, he's not the only one, and there are many things about our language that he doesn't understand. Well, Mateo is already 20 years old, of course.
Well, Daniel is 11. Let him enjoy his relationship with Daniel. He can have his time again. Mateo, keep being the same uncontrollable brunette Argentine tango singer who conquered Europe.
Please.
Stop, crazy.
How pretty. Beautiful. Well, Naanim, we're setting you free. Thank you for this note. Thank you for how nice. Well, better yet, thank you for this precious time whenever you come and we talk. It's a pleasure for us. So, well, thank you very much. A big kiss and we'll continue another day. Go ahead. I wanted to tell you that now the event I'm going to is for 2x4, which receives an award, a tango program that I'm doing every Sunday, which I'm very proud of, apart from the Saturdays in the run of the show, of course. Very good. A round of applause for Daniel. Kisses to everyone. A big kiss. Until next time. There it is.
Estás en el 7.